Is Bitcoin getting added to the S&P 500? No. While at first glance it might look like it from these articles, that is not actually what is going to be happening. First, it's important to understand that the S&P Dow Jones Indices is a division of S&P Global, which is responsible for putting together indexes of various market players. The most popular of which you've probably heard about on the evening news, the S&P 500 or Standards & Poor's 500, which measures the market cap weighted performance of the 500 largest companies with some time delay that are traded on US stock exchanges. This means that larger companies affect the value of the index to a greater degree. Take, for instance, Apple, which as of the recording of this video has a market cap of $2.1 trillion, compared to the smallest member of the S&P 500, Diamond Offshore Drilling, with a value of $7.66 billion. This means that movements in Apple's stock price affect the overall market and index by over 1,000 times more than Diamond Offshore Drilling's. Another factor in what companies make up the S&P 500 is a time delay. What a time delay means is that just because a company is in the top 500 companies doesn't mean it will be listed on the S&P 500 because there is some delay that goes on. For instance, as of the filming of this video, Tesla is the 9th largest company in the world by market cap and is currently not a part of the S&P 500. As you can see, Tesla just barely beats out Berkshire Hathaway at just over $560 billion in market capitalization. And yet Tesla is not currently part of the S&P 500. But don't worry for all you Tesla bulls in the comments. The S&P Dow Jones Indices announced that Tesla would join the S&P 500 and that Tesla should be added all at once prior to market open on December 21st. That's just a couple weeks away. So there is some time delay in how the 500 largest US companies is measured, but it is determined by the S&P Dow Jones Indices. Now, this is not the only index, and you've probably heard of others, such as the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is a price-weighted average of 30 large US stocks that is meant to mirror the returns of the overall stock market. In this case, price-weighted means that these stocks are weighted based on how much an individual stock is valued at. So while Apple has the largest market cap size, an individual stock of United Health Group is more expensive and therefore weighted higher. So what really does this news mean? Basically, the index provider S&P Dow Jones Indices is partnering with Luca, a New York City-based crypto asset software and data company, to launch global cryptocurrency asset indices. This means that creators of index funds and exchange-traded funds will be able to start making crypto-based products that are designed to match this index from S&P Dow Jones. This is similar to how you cannot directly invest in the S&P 500 and instead must choose an index fund that matches it, the most popular of which is SPY. So maybe in a couple years, you'll be able to buy SPY Crypto or some other form of crypto-based fund. Now, I also want to take a quick minute to talk about why these are separate. The index is essentially the standard or benchmark that these funds are compared against, and typically their pay and performance bonuses are tied to how they perform compared to the benchmark. So they need a benchmark such as the S&P 500 to be separate from the actual fund that you are investing in. This is because there would be a conflict of interest if the benchmark and the fund were managed by the same person. You can kind of think of this like a school. If the student got rewarded every time they did well, and the student was also the grader or the teacher for the class, then you can simply adjust the grading scale down so that when you don't perform as well, you still get rewarded. That's why regulators want a separation between the creator of the benchmark, which in this case is S&P Dow Jones, and the creator of the financial product, which in our example is the SPY S&P 500 index fund. So why is this important moving forward? With the benchmarking solutions provided by Luca, the S&P Dow Jones indices will be able to make a benchmark for cryptocurrency assets. Once we have a benchmark for a basket of cryptocurrency-based assets, you could develop financial products that track the performance of those underlying assets, similar to how we have SPY for the S&P 500. Both Luca and S&P Dow Jones indices expect cryptocurrencies to achieve the status of mainstream investments with the launch of the indexes in 2021. These indices will track more than 550 of the top traded crypto coins and could be used to create a crypto-based exchange-traded fund or other financial product. One of the big reasons why this is so exciting is that it will make cryptocurrencies and crypto investments more accessible to institutional investors, which is where most of the investment capital is stored. What do you think about this announcement? Let me know in the comment section whether you think it's bullish or bearish for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as a whole. So in summary, while it might look like from the headlines that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are getting added to some of the indexes you might be aware of, such as the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones Industrial Average. What is actually happening here is that the S&P Dow Jones indices, which manages the index of those S&P 500 and Dow Jones indices, is adding cryptocurrency indexes, which are going to be separate. But this is also one step closer to having one of those exchange traded funds or other financial products that you can directly invest in, such as SPY, which tracks the performance of the S&P 500. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you found this informative or helpful at all, please do subscribe. I'll keep you updated. I'll save you some time and I'll provide you any information when applicable. You can subscribe over here and you can find more videos on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies over here. Please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Now go chase your dreams.